There's a retired lieutenant colonel of the U.S. military warning that attacks are coming that are going to be worse than 9/11. We are seeing a lot of people out here saying that we are going to see massive infrastructural or some sort of terror attack across the USA. I'm just giving you these warnings because I want you and your family to be just as ready as you can and to be able to handle whatever kind of fallout might come from whatever they bring to us. So they say attacks will be more devastating than those of the September attacks. In fact, a lot of the groups who are warning about the attack say the next one that hits the homeland is not going to be some sort of larger out-of-country attack. It's going to be more of a Russian theater style attack where we live, where we work, and where we play. Now, we do have some open source intelligence. It's called OSINT, O-S-I-N-T, open source intelligence. And what you do have is these individuals who both work directly with the military and some who are in the private sector saying that they are hearing the chatter right now that schools and business places and large venues like concert halls, maybe even places like Disney World, Busch.
Greetings from Daytona. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Gardens, Universal, depending on where you're from, those are going to be the targets of the next attack, and it's going to be in coordination with your cell phones not working. Now, we have had some kind of secrets come out of Iran and some other Middle Eastern countries that have said they will attack simultaneously with some sort of EMP or satellite damaging attack, something that's going to cause our communication systems to either go haywire, be overloaded, or maybe not work altogether. So in this next one, you might be on your own. You might have no one else to help you, no chance of contacting anyone for first aid, for emergency services, to get an ambulance, to get to a hospital. You are what you've got.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, call hello, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Akakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who teach in Ruel, peace, and infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother of Baal Gabar from the Camp Company of Prophets coming at you with a lesson. Warning, major false flag attacks and chaos is coming to America, all right? There's been talks about this for going on, some months now about a major false flag attack, major T attack, if coming to this place. And we know, according to Bible prophecy, all hell is about to break loose. The time of Jacob's trouble is about to take place. A time of great tribulation, it's coming to this place, man. And all we can do is prepare, and we're preparing spiritually, man. Right? So you heard this. We're going to play this video out a little bit. But this is the first scripture I got. Let's go ahead and go right into it. Because we do know that this place is going to be in chaos soon. All right? America, whether people want to believe it or not, this place is going to be, torn up, from the inside out, according to Bible prophecy. There's going to be civil unrest. There's going to be famines. All right, there's going to be a pestilence. You already got these different earthquakes. This is all signs of the end. This is all signs that Yahweh Shai is about to come back, man. All right, so this is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Right, and the virgin daughter of Babylon, that's speaking of America, okay? Right in the Holy Bible, man. This place is no longer going to be, tender and delicate, seen as some sanctuary or some safe haven. No, this place is about to be touched, man. You got these different things happening around the world right now, and even with this, let me share this screen real quick. You got these Venezuelan gangs, taking over apartment complexes, man. You had this, this who was it? Some gang leader, or some gang dude in Chicago. He was like, man, these Venezuelan migrants are doing things that, we ain't never seen. And that's coming from a gang member. All right. And these are some fucking demons coming across the border, man, straight out of prison. and they coming over here and they taking over different apartment complexes. So let me play this video. Taking over apartment complexes in Colorado, taking over apartment complexes in Chicago, and hey, it's coming to your city soon, man. All right, it's coming to your city soon.
New at 10. It's scenes coming out of a movie as the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua are seen breaking into apartment complexes in Aurora, Colorado. This is according to our sister station in Denver. There you can see the group well armed and forcing an apartment door open and making their way in. This has raised concerns amongst residents and Colorado state law enforcement officials. The city of Aurora is issuing a statement today in the wake of national attention following the video's release.
Look, man, we are witnessing 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and chapter 16, okay? Which we're going to get into that, man. All right? These cities, these American cities, this is coming to a city near you very soon, man. All right? And if you don't have the Lord, bro, you're through. If you don't have Yahweh Shemi Awashai, then you're not going to make it. All right? No matter how much guns you have, you know, because ultimately it's going to lead to martial law being declared. Martial law will be declared. All right? And this is, you know, this is just certain things happening. How much more when there's a major false flag attack that's going to be worse than, like you heard in the post-production video, worse than 911. Which, by the way, the Day of Atonement is coming up. I believe it starts 9/11, which is spiritual. All right, the Day of Atonement, 9/11 at evening, okay, to the 12th at evening. But nonetheless, we in some spiritual times, man. All right, so let's go ahead and let me grab this. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Woe means great, you know, death, destruction, turmoil, chaos. You know, this everyday life that people live of, you know, party and having fun, going to the concerts, going to the clubs, all of that shit's gonna come to an end very soon. All right. And the only thing that's gonna be keeping us stable is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, man. All right. And the Lord is going to be with his men. All right. So we don't got nothing to worry about. You know, the hopeful elect, you brothers and you few sisters that believe on the scriptures, you know, believe on Yahweh Basham Yahushua. We don't got nothing to worry about. But we're going to have to go through this, man. All right. Some of us might even be cast into prison. You know, there's going to be martial law. We know that Esau is going to try to, you know, declare war on the Israelites, you know, with the remnant of the Israelites. There's going to be martial law. So we entering in some serious times, man. This could happen this year. By the way, there's so much things happening as we speak right now. It's like every day you wake up, there's a new article coming out about World War III, a new article coming out about the mark of the beast, a new article coming out about chaos, you know, gangs taking over apartment complexes, right? So it's only increasing. These are all the birth pains we read about in what is that? 2nd Ezra 16, before Yahweh Shai comes. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." All right, see, but we don't dwell in this world. We came out of this world, all right, spiritually. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Yeah, because there's been major talks about a civil war too. Right? We got the elections coming up with this woman, Kamala Harris, and Donald Trump, which they're both clowns, and we know that the presidents are selected, they're not elected. Your president is selected by the elite, which this woman, Kamala Harris, could get in office, and that could lead to a civil war or Trump. However it goes, it's going to be chaos coming to this place, man. Right? That's why you need to seek out the Most High, man. And really only the elect is going to seek out the Most High. If you're not numbered amongst the elect, you're not going to be, you know, searching out the scriptures, man. You're not going to be repenting. You're going to be living a wicked life, and ultimately you're going to be judged. All right? You're going to have Venezuelan gang members kicking in your door, FEMA troops, you know, your next door neighbor kicking in your door. That's the time we coming into. It's going to be all hell breaking loose on this earth, man. That's what Yahweh Shai was warning himself. All right? But it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. That's what's coming. Okay? The sword, the modern day sword is the guns. All these Americans, they got guns. And the scriptures tell you, Yahweh Shai said, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Ain't no more love in America, man. You had that song by the Black Eyed Peas, Where is the Love, right? Ain't no more love here. Ain't no more love in America. The only love is, the love of Yahweh Bashmi Yahweh Shai and the brotherhood, the body. Everything else is just chaos, hatred, idolatry, adultery, iniquity. It's a life of sin. And this is why the Lord is going to bring mass judgment. And there will be major attacks on this place, man. All right? Don't be surprised, man. Something worse than 911 happens. Don't be surprised, man. All right? Order out of chaos. So you got, and look what you see. I mean, this is the stuff that's coming to your city, a city near you. Okay?
The group well armed and forcing an apartment door open and making their way in. This has raised concerns amongst residents and Colorado state law enforcement officials. The city of Aurora is issuing a statement today in the wake of national attention following the video's release. As we've reported in the past, Tren de Aragua is one of the fastest growing transnational criminal organizations from Venezuela, according to FBI.
Got it happening in Chicago, too.
Your future is at your fingertips. Take advantage of the flexibility.
Amid an ongoing migrant crisis, the violent Tren de Aragua gang has infiltrated the U.S. via the southern border and been linked to high-profile crimes across the country. And you got these different gang members coming through the border. You got all different types of people coming through the border. You got sleeper cells, you got agents, okay? You got T's, real T's, if you know, okay? And you got gang members, and these are savages, bro, okay? Demons, straight up demons flooding into America, man. All right? So it's not going to end well, man. These demons are committing crimes. Like in New York City, they'll go in there and they'll, start fucking people up, robbing, looting, and then they'll go to jail, but they'll get bonded right out, They'll be out the next day. So there's a bunch of confusion, which it's all set up by the elite. This is all part of the plan, okay? To ultimately bring martial law, okay? Says the gang is Venezuela's largest criminal organization, according to Telemundo, with federal authorities in the U.S. opening more than 100 investigations related to the gang. Suspects in the U.S. tied to the transnational gang include Jose Ibarra, the Venezuelan migrant who allegedly killed Georgia nursing student, killed Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. So they out here killing. And Bernardo Raul Castro Mata, who is accused of shooting two New York Police Department cops on June 3rd. All right, so with the Homeland and Security Investigations Office warning days later that Tren de Aragua members had been given the green light to shoot cops. What the fuck? So come on, man. These are some savages. Let's see.
These are illegal Venezuelan immigrants, part of the Tren de Aragua gang, breaking into an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado. At least that's what. These are illegal Venezuelan immigrants, part of the Tren.
Straight up savages, man. Okay. So let's go back to it. 2 Ezra 15 and verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men." All right. So there's going to be uprising. There's going to be civil unrest. And the America is being flooded with all these different migrants. I mean, you go anywhere in America, it's like overpopulated. You know, 5 o'clock traffic. Shit, now it's like 2 o'clock traffic, you know, because all the borders are getting flooded. And what's gonna happen when there's no more food, bro? It's gonna be chaos. All these people, they're gonna start killing each other. It's gonna be riots, protests. All right. Then you're gonna have these gang wars going on. All right. These gangs are gonna be taking people for ransom. All right. Women are gonna be getting ravished. They're gonna be dragged. You know, and you know, hey man, you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna be getting the scriptures talk about that. But 2 Ezra 15 and 16, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Yeah. When it's already happening right now, man. You got these different gang members. They're not regarding the judge. They don't care about the police. They killing the police. Okay. But it's just going to increase this turmoil and this chaos, this chaotic events in America. It's just going to increase, man. Ultimately to the return of Yahweh Shai. All right. Martial law being declared. So something's going to happen. See, the American government, they're going to come down with martial law, man. And that's why they're also going to bring out that micro CHIP. Okay. It's all tying into a major agenda, which is that NWO, New World Order, to ultimately try to get everybody on Earth tagged with the micro CHIP. All right. Everything's playing out right in front of us, man. But it says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able," right? Because you're going to have military checkpoints, man. You're going to be different military checkpoints. You know, you're not going to be able to freely travel onto the interstate or, you know, go from city to city because there's going to be martial law being declared. All right, let me get, let me see actually. Let me see something. See if we can find something real quick. Which we know, but this is just for edification. All right, so I'm gonna play this video. I haven't seen. I just looked this up. Just type this in real quick. What is martial law? It's the first one that comes up. Let's see what it goes into.
Get an extra large New York style one topping.
Look at this shit, man. Fucking ads.
Pizza for just $10.99 only at Papa John's.
Kraken Client Support is here to answer all your questions.
Shit is ridiculous, bro. You can't watch any videos.
Happened. A less than ethical bioresearch company accidentally released the T virus. It all started with a cough, some difficulty breathing, and pretty soon, tyrants, zombie dogs, and those gross guys with the long tongues started running rampant. Now there's only one way to enforce the quarantine that will save America. Forget social distancing. It's time for martial law.
And that's another thing. They're talking about more more pestilence. All right.
Martial law has been declared numerous times throughout U.S. history, from the Revolutionary War to the 1960s Civil Rights Movement. But what is martial law exactly, and what would it look like in modern life? Martial law is typically declared in times of national emergency, though what exactly constitutes an emergency varies from nation to nation. Once martial law is declared, most civil rights are temporarily suspended, and the U.S. military assumes control of all law enforcement duties, although existing law enforcement is still active and aids in establishing martial law, because martial law pretty much suspends democracy.
So you're gonna have military soldiers in the streets. Your local police officer, he's gonna be, somewhere, eating donuts or some shit, and you're gonna have military soldiers in the streets, man. Right now, obviously, you're gonna have the police. They're still gonna be doing what they do, but it's really gonna be a police state. with military soldiers.
Democracy as we know it, in the United States, it has been sparingly used. And even when it has, it's been a very limited scope. If there's one thing country music has taught us, it's that Americans love their freedom and very complete police and judicial power. And every third day, each part of a city could have a different. During a viral pandemic, though, can also help limit the spread of the disease. And if the outbreak is severe enough, you might not be allowed out of your home at all, except on specific days for specific times. A highly restricted curfew.
And they got 15-minute cities. See, we've been telling you about the different lockdowns that are coming, man. They're going to be locking people down. You're going to have 15-minute cities. You know, you're not going to be able to leave your house soon, bro. It's going to be fucking chaotic.
You could, for instance, only allow you to leave your home for 3 hours every third day. Each part of a city could have a different curfew, and thus the spread of the virus would be highly limited, as only one part of the city would be away from home at any given time. In most nations, martial law automatically suspends all of your civil rights and gives the military complete police and judicial power. In the United States.
Yep, and what they're going to do is they're going to be using that power to enforce the Karagma, okay, the mandatory micro CHIP.
States, though, Supreme Court decisions have worked to limit the scope of martial law. And even if martial law is declared, citizens still have a right to a civil trial. The arresting authority of military or law enforcement during martial law, however, is not restricted, meaning that you could be arrested and not immediately charged. And that certainly throws the door open to some very scary scenarios, with police and military arresting individuals as they see fit, and is one of the big reasons why martial law is so rare.
Yeah, and that's why the scriptures say this. They shall cast some of you into prison. Let's grab that real quick. Right? Because they're going to have martial law will be declared in America, man. Right? And they're going to have military troops. And there's going to be a new set of laws, you know, war laws. And ultimately, if you don't take the Karagma, they're going to cast you into prison. You don't want to get down with the New World Order. Revelation 2:2, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that you may be tried. All right. So we are going to be tried. Our faith is going to be tested. All of us, man. We all going to be put to the test. Everybody on earth, but who matters is the elect. You know, we're going to be tested. We might get cast into prison. You know, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Going into Esau and his UN troops, his military troops during martial law. It says that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right? Because some of the brothers and sisters of the elect are even going to be put to death. You know, that's how bad the times we're coming into.
Declared. If a catastrophe is serious enough or lasts long enough, and martial law is necessary for an extended amount of time, along with a curfew, you may need to carry specially assigned movement and travel documents.
Which that specially designed movement and travel documents is going to be the chip. All right, that's what they're going to have.
These will be given to you by the authorities after carefully interrogating your personal life and your needs, as in what you do for a living and what type of non-home medical or specialized care you need. Then the authorities would hand you your documents, which authorize you to either be in violation of curfew or travel outside of established control zones so that you can do things like go to work or get a physical therapist appointment. These documents will typically be very specific about where you're allowed to go and when, helping the authorities to determine if you're in violation of curfew or travel restrictions.
That's why the scripture just said, 2 Ezra 15, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, because you're going to have military checkpoints like this.
In World War II, many Nazi-occupied countries found themselves dealing with German-backed curfews and travel restrictions, necessitating special transit or travel documents. If martial law is declared nationally, you'll need those documents to leave your home city and travel anywhere else.
That's the scriptures. This is what's coming.
Foreign travel will have to be approved in advance. To enforce travel and movement restrictions, security checkpoints will be placed throughout your city and strategic areas. If the emergency is bad enough that segregation of the population and tight movement control is necessary, you could even see entire streets closed off and neighborhoods get barricaded. This will be done in order to ensure that there are only a select amount of avenues of travel through a city, which can be all overwatched by a series of security checkpoints. In the United States, elections are protected by the Constitution, and thus martial law cannot stop or impede an election from happening. During the Civil War, despite martial law having been established, there were still 2 major elections. Having strict travel restrictions, though, could certainly impede the democratic process. Want to learn about some of the craziest laws you...
So there you have it. Now let me pull the other video back up. That's martial law, just a little information on martial law, right? That's what's coming to this place. Let's read this real quick. I'm going to play the video. 2nd Ezra 15 and 18, it says, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Right? The time of Jacob's trouble. All right? The worst time in history is coming to your front doorstep, to everybody's front doorstep. Right? The men of the Lord, the prophets have been warning you. Okay? We're watchmen, and we are watching, and we're telling you what's about to take place on this earth, man. And what's about to take place is not going to be pretty, all right? It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation," right? So, next door neighbors are going to be killing each other, breaking into each other's houses for food. Right, it's gonna be survival of the fittest. Right, when the trucks ain't delivering no more food, when the lights go out, which that could be a major a false flag attack too, an EMP. All right, and electric magnetic pulse, where all the electricity goes out. Right, and in that event, millions are gonna die. All right, so. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." So people going to be, trying to live for themselves, even if that means they got to kill you. That's the time we coming into. All right.
And so you got to think about your first aid bag and your get home bag, all those different things. I have confirmed, one report comes in, that the federal government, as well as state and local governments, are gearing up for massive civil unrest and black swans. They say, what do you think is coming? Let me know down in the comments if you think that you can see that sort of event happening.
Oh, we know it's happening, okay? Because it's Bible prophecy. It's all in the Holy Bible. Everything that, starting with our elder apostles, the elder apostle Tahar, elder apostle Gabar, elder apostle Ramlav, elder apostle Rakah, on down to all the brothers, the prophets, the men of the Lord. We've been telling you, okay? Going on 35, going on 40 years, starting with the elder apostles, telling you that martial law was coming, that you're going to be civil unrest. The prophets are literally telling you that this is going to happen. There's no question about it, right? We are just hoping that we be delivered from it, man. All right? And the elect, whoever the elect is, will be delivered. They're going to be kept safe. The elect of Yahweh Shemi Shai will be protected. All right? This is 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Yeah, because all the pride, all the wickedness on the earth, the Lord's about to bring judgment. Just like during the time of Noah, when the Lord flooded the whole earth, people were being wicked. All right? So what did the Lord do? He brought the flood. Right, and wiped everybody out besides Noah and his family. Okay.
7-Eleven.
8 souls. Okay.
Are being ransacked by mobs. One council person in California demands that there is more police presence in Los Angeles. They're urging for increased police resources after these convenience stores have been attacked by 30 to...
Kickoff weekend has...
stealing upwards of $30,000 to $50,000. The incident is the latest in a series of similar crimes. These are happening not just in Los Angeles, these reports indicate, but also in states and counties you wouldn't think it to happen, like Tennessee, Texas, some places in Pennsylvania. No arrests have been made. They're emphasizing a need for more on-site officers to prevent these types of incidents and
Yeah, and what's going to happen is it's going to get so overwhelming. It's going to get so out of control. They're going to declare martial law. Okay, military troops is going to be in the street. That's how bad it's about to get, man. And it's already begun. It's already begun. It's Ezekiel 7:5. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, and evil and only evil, behold, is come." It's going to get wicked, man. Right? It's going to get very evil soon, man. It says, "An end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come." So we're witnessing the end of this society, man. We're witnessing the fall of Esau, Edom. We're witnessing the fall of the so-called white man, right? We're witnessing the crash of the society, the crash of this beast system. All right, we are watching Bible prophecy unfold, man. All right, but majority of people on earth are lost, they're confused. You know, with that fits Bible prophecy in itself. All right, great confusion. The scriptures tell you that there's going to be great confusion in the last days. We see that. Men think that they're women. Women think that they're men. Okay, you got prostitution at an all-time high. You know, you got modes, transformers. You got all different types of confusion. You got people sleeping with animals. So this is the end, bro. The Lord's about to bring an end to this place. And as all this stuff is happening in the United States, you got the war over there in the Middle East heating up. You got the war with Russia and Ukraine. So, man, World War III is coming. All right? This shit is over. All right, let me grab a few more and then we'll close it out. This is the book of 2nd Esdras. Uh, 16 and 22. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine." So a lot of people are going to die of starvation. Okay. It says, "And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." The modern day sword is the guns. All right. All these Americans got guns. All right. It says, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down." You're going to have dead bodies in the streets. You know? Tens of thousands of dead bodies. And there's going to be so much dead bodies, they ain't going to be burying people. There's not going to be no funerals. There's going to be dead bodies there. It's going to be a military state, war. Right? So, yeah, man, you see what's happening. All right? Prepare yourself, time of Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30:7, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And through the Spirit, the elder Apostle Tahar labeled this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Could very well be, right? But be on the lookout for major false flag attacks. You know, all chaos is coming to this place, America. We know that for a fact. Martial law will be declared. The men of the Lord, the believers, are going to be kept safe, though. Remember that. You brothers and sisters, continue to fight. Keep your faith high. You know, believe on the Most High and His only begotten Son. You know, because that's the only way out, right? Serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so hey, with that, call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. I'm going to play a little bit more of the video. So next time I say Shalom.
Protect local communities. Now, I don't know, like we're kind of past the point where more cops are going to help. Attorney General Merrick Garland has issued a message urging Americans do not interfere with the certification of the next presidential election. They say interference in the 2024 election process will bring a new kind of, and maybe that's what we were being warned about up here earlier, civil war into the country. They've admitted that there are political parties preparing to cheat. There's fraudulent issues going on. I don't know, guys. It's getting pretty dirty out there. 1 in 4 people in the Generation Z say that they have given up their pets due to high costs. 1 in 3 said that they have accrued unnecessary debt and they're having a hard time paying it off. This is a struggle for our people. This is how much we gave foreign countries in the last couple of years. Mexico got almost 300 million, the Czech Republic 330, Estonia 330 million, Lithuania 340, Poland 375. These are all in the 300 to 400. So I'm going to skip the lot. The list just goes on and on. Let's get up to the higher. The Philippines got almost 900 million, almost $1 billion for what? What have you gotten back from the Philippines? Have you gotten cheaper gas? Have you gotten cheaper food? Have you gotten safer environments? What have you gotten back for your $1 billion? Somalia, $1 billion. Lebanon, $1 billion. Iraq, $2 billion. Jordan, $2.3 billion. Afghanistan has gotten $6.1 billion. Egypt, $6.3 billion. Ukraine, multiple billions of dollars, still ongoing. And Israel, almost $10 billion. Now, I get it with Israel and Ukraine. We're in active conflicts there, and they're trying to play both sides. And look at them giving money to Lebanon and to Israel. So Dmitry Medvedev, he was the president of Russia. Now he's a security advisor. He's on the Security Council. He has commented on the recent arrest of the Telegram guy over in France. He says, once, quite a long time ago, I asked Durov why he would not cooperate with law enforcement agencies on serious crimes. Here was his answer, according to Medvedev. He principled the position, saying that then there would be serious problems in every country. He decided that the biggest problems were in Russia, and he left, and he received citizenships and residency permits in other countries. He wanted to be a brilliant man of the world who lives well without a homeland. He miscalculated. For all common enemies now, he is Russian. Therefore, there are unpredictable and dangerous consequences. He says of a different blood, he's definitely not Elon Musk or Zuckerberg, who, by the way, actively